Hey guys, welcome to my newest video. Since it's Sunday, it's of course the week of reviews of the 31 Days of Horror. I've had to change my list a couple of times because I think when I did it, I had done it to where the one week it was all blind buys, and I didn't want to just keep watching blind buy after blind buy after blind buy. And one of the movies on my list, I'm still having bad reservations about watching it, so I've been putting that off. And then I changed it again yesterday because I bought a Blu-ray yesterday, and I wanted to watch that. And that's actually what I watched today. So my list has kind of changed a lot in the last couple of days. But I'm leaving all the blind buys till last, which is a pain in the butt. Anyway, we'll just get started. So what I watched Monday, this is a really good movie. It's actually one of my favorite. It was one of my favorite movies of 1999, and nobody could understand why. And I said, well, I thought it was really great, and considering. To me, it was one of Schwarzenegger's best performances, and I think you already know what that is, and that, of course, is End of Days. And I think you all know the premise of this. It was a kind of cool thing, an unbelievable thing, Schwarzenegger versus the devil. but it was, to me, it was more fantasy, but it was also believable because they made, one reason why I loved his performance in that is he wasn't playing a robot, he wasn't playing like a superhuman, playing a superhuman, like in Commando or True Lies or something like that. I saw this in the theater with my mom, and the first time you've seen Arnie on the big screen in 2 years, and what is the first scene you see him in? Putting a gun to his forehead. But that was one thing I loved. Is at least in my top 5 favorite Arnie movies, because they made his character more human. That he's got flaws. He's not perfect. He's not a hero. And Gabriel Byrne as the devil, hello, how can you not? You cannot go wrong with that. And it was funny because he played the devil in this, and then 2 months earlier, in September of '99, Stigmata came out, and he's playing a priest. So I always thought that was kind of funny, play a priest in one movie and the devil in the next. So yeah, I know some people kind of say this is more of a action adventure / suspense. It is horror because it deals with the devil, for crying out loud. And there are some kind of horrific images, like the guy hanging on the ceiling. That was a freaky moment. So yeah, this is one of my, in my top 5 favorite Schwarzenegger films, and the same as with performances. This is probably my second favorite. So yeah, End of Days. In this one, first time I watched it, I was kind of blah, and then I watched it the second time, I was more impressed because it was the unrated cut. I did like it, but it didn't live up to what everybody had told me. But it's an okay horror film. It's a good way to spend 90 minutes. And that is the 1981 film of My Bloody Valentine. But you all know the presence of this. And the unrated cut is extremely gory. Extreme isn't the right word, but there's some scenes that were, back in 1981, were more extreme. You see, it's an okay movie. It not really one of my favorites, but like I said, it's a good way to spend 90 minutes watching horror films. But to me, I felt there was too much soap opera drama between the characters, particularly the main 3. You get that in the remake, but it's kind of more low. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. I want to say watered down, but that doesn't sound right. But it's an okay movie. So I won't get this on Blu-ray because I don't think it warrants a Blu-ray. But the next one, which was Wednesday, if I'm right. This is one of my absolute favorite horror film remakes, though I've never seen the original and I want to see it. But this is one of the first, actually it was the first horror film to send me out of the theater, but it's not because of the blood or the gore or anything like that. It was the fucking organ music. It was the organ music at one scene. It was the score. It just, that's my thing for horror films. And this did it, though I thought I was such a wuss after I watched it when it came out on DVD, that I was like, oh my god, I left this. But the music still gives me chills up and down my spine, and that was the 1999 remake of House on Haunted Hill. So probably in my list of top remakes, this would definitely be in the top 5. And like I said, never seen the original. I know the original has Vincent Price, and it's kind of funny that Jeffrey Rush is kind of like looks almost very much like Vincent Price in this film. And the character's name is Price. And this is one of the Dark Castle remakes. It is to me the best Dark Castle remake that they've done. Probably my next favorite would be Ghost Ship. But yeah, there's some really kind of fucked up imagery in this. So after 11 years, it might seem tame, but back in 1999, this freaked some people out. The music, don't get me started on the music, that freaked me out. Love the cast, like everybody in this movie I'm a fan of. And didn't realize till about a year after I saw this that yes, that was the Reanimator guy. But yeah, you have to watch this every Halloween or every October. It's like the cardinal rule. So there we go, House on Haunted Hill. Next one up, I want to see the sequel, though I think they should have just left it alone. It sucks that the movie got pulled from theaters. That of course is Hatchet. I really wanted to see this because, it's an old school American horror. It wasn't a remake. It wasn't a Japanese remake. It was something new. But the biggest reason of all that I wanted to see this is because if you love the Friday the 13th films, you know who Kane Hodder is, and I am a huge fan of Kane Hodder. And I love to see him in any horror film doing his killing or anything like that. The makeup effects in this are really good, and it was cool to see some other horror film legends like Robert Englund and Tony Todd. Some of the characters are pretty fucking stupid. Well, actually, not pretty much all the main characters are stupid, and some of them you just can't wait for them to die. I know that sounds bad, but some of them, you get your typical characters who you just wish would just drop fucking dead. But yeah, this is one of the best horror films of the last decade, and to me it was gory as shit, and that's my thing. So after watching this, I was wondering, well, I wonder how bad Hatchet 2 was, that the fact that they had to pull it from the theaters, and the fact that they won't even, up here in Canada, they won't even give I Spit on Your Grave a theatrical release. So that's stupid. But yeah, Hatchet. Next one up, one I hadn't watched for a while, and it still creeps me out. Well, not so much anything in the movie, but the little child creeps me out. And I think you might know what that is, and that is Pet Sematary. I still have yet to read the book, and my mom has the novel, so I will check that out. But yeah, it more or less is a build up to the last 20 minutes of the movie. Like, it's a good movie, but I felt the best part was the last 20 minutes. Like, no, this is not a negative review. I really like this movie, but it was like the last 20 minutes were the absolute best part, especially with the no fair. That was like the absolute best moment in the film. So it was kind of cool to relive this, because I haven't watched this since I bought the DVD 4 years ago. So yeah. Next one up is the remake of something I've already reviewed, and you already know what that is, and that is My Bloody Valentine 3D. And that's what I meant by the kind of soap opera drama was not so much dramatized in this film. Like, it's there, but it's like on a much lower level. And this was really, really good. I found it a lot better than the original film. I think mostly because I am a fan of Supernatural. So, and the gore doesn't let up. Same things. And I like the, my favorite death is probably the laundry death scene. So yeah, I don't know if they're going to do a sequel to this. I kind of hope they do, because, yeah, it does come with 3D glasses. They're just kind of up there at the moment. Like, this does have the 3D one, but the glasses, which are the red and the blue, or the red and the green, my eyes can't handle it for some reason. But yep, this is, out of the two, this is what I think is the better one. Okay, and what I watched today and what ends this is a Blu-ray that I bought yesterday, and it's pretty good on Blu-ray. It's still grainy, but then again, that's how the film was made. It's still not the scariest film ever made, but I saw this when I was 13, and I was like, oh, this is what my mom is trying to ban me from watching. But when I saw this version of the film back in 2000 in the theaters, it did freak me out, and that, of course, is The Exorcist. Like I said, it's still not the scariest movie ever made, even though it did freak me out in the theater. But I guess it's because I'm not religious. I'm not religious person at all, so maybe if I was, this would fuck me up, but it didn't. Like I said, the Blu-ray is really good. I prefer the extended director's cut, because that's what I saw in the theater back in 2000, and that's what freaked me out. So, but yeah, if you don't have this on Blu-ray yet, I definitely recommend it, because there's some really good special features on this. Well, everybody knows a lot about this movie, so I can't really say anything about it, but the fact that it's, to me, not the scariest, that still belongs to Psycho. So yeah, but I'm happy I got this on Blu-ray, because this is one film you have to have on Blu-ray no matter what, even if you don't find it the scariest film ever made. The Exorcist. I'm kind of a little weak on the reviews this week. I'm not really feeling well right now, so but yeah, so hopefully I can watch some some of the Blind Buys this week, maybe 2, but not like a whole week, because that would just suck, especially if some of them I don't like, and I've hit that with one film from last week. So yeah, that's the reviews. Sorry, they're just a little weak this week. Like I said, I'm not really feeling well right now. So yeah, hopefully I'll have a DVD update up in the next few days. And I guess that's it. So I hope you guys have a good week. And of course, as always, rate, comment, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.